Hey! Came out of
Welcome
retirement.
back, Craig. Yeah, he's like, I'm back.
It's
He said
been
for one more time.
so long.
Oh my
That's
God,
Oh,
Craig.
fast. Oh, we're
He said for old time's sake.
The command changed. That's literally just now join. So I have to write.
That's easier. Yeah,
It's easier, yeah.
yeah. Huh.
Yeah, what are you complaining about, huh, Peter?
The same. Makes our life easier.
Hopefully it
easier
doesn't
for us.
stop midway again.
Oh,
Hmm?
don't say that. Don't say that. No, he is not gonna stop midway. Don't say that.
He's no quitter.
today. It's a new year, new Craig.
Exactly.
If this was an episode Caesar had to edit, everything we're saying right here, I know would be in the beginning.
Oh hell! Oh yeah! You're making me edit this one. I would totally edit this one. I'll keep everything in.
But like, do we need this part? Do
It's
people
called
need to hear this?
It's called a cold open. After 7 months, they want to hear from us.
Welcome everyone to review Meter.
Yeah.
Long time since we're recording. Of course, I'm going to be rusty, aren't I?
I think we all are, but we're bounce off.
And of course, you would think that with this being the first recording in 7 months, you said, Jesus.
7 months. Yes, 7
You
months.
would think that I would better prepare this. No.
No.
All the script is still the same. So it starts with Welcome to Review Meter. I'm your host, Peter. Thank you all, you hot doggers, for
Keep it in.
listening to this podcast where we watch 4 random titles and rank them within one random theme. This month, I hesitate to say month anymore. Our theme is Netflix Guest Choice.
What week is this? What-
Merry Christmas?
This has literally been
Week 3?
a huge hiatus.
Week
a
2, I
long,
think.
long
Yeah. Week
hiatus.
2. Yeah.
It's funny because the hiatus online would have just been in the middle of the Disney Channel original series month, or I should say theme. I gotta stop saying month. Every time I say month, just pretend I'm saying theme. This whole idea of doing a theme a month is just the worst idea. It does not come to fruition. Editing is always delayed. It's never a month. But as I was saying, honestly, yeah, the hiatus online was actually in between the Disney Channel theme. But to us, it was in between this Netflix theme because we had just came back from doing the 1 year anniversary, which guess what is only like 2 months away now. So
Oh yeah.
I don't even want to celebrate the second anniversary because honestly, we have no right to celebrate it. We've done nothing in this past year. We've
Hey,
had 3 new episodes.
if we haven't been doing stuff on the podcast, but in our other lives, we have been busy. So you guys were in our hearts and thoughts. So, but now we're back and better than ever.
I mean, I know I've been super busy. There was a song that I even put in the cold open for the Fastlane episode. Was that the first one we released in months?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah. I understand this episode has taken so damn long, but please cut me some slack because here is what all went wrong. I tried to edit and record more before I hit pause. It's been since March, I know, so long, and this is all because my rent has spiked and then I grew so very desperately. I had to order and replace my laptop battery. I had to move apartments, I had lots of interviews, and I had my birthday, then caught COVID when it all fell through. I want to travel, I don't know, or go to Disneyland, but I don't think I can because there's so much in my hands. I got a new job, it's a process taking very long. I moved again and took so long to write this little song. That was so long ago. I didn't even include the latest hurricane that recently swept through Florida in that song.
It's a good song.
Joining me today via Discord, we have Caesar, our assistant to the regional host.
Merry Chrysler.
It is, okay, first off, it is January 2nd, so Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Next up, our other co-host, Michael Shang.
Crisis!
This is a crisis. Look how long we've been delayed. And we're with a few other friends. There's Hiroki.
Hiroki left.
Oh my
Wait, what?
goodness, rude.
He
Did
left.
he really say like I'm out?
No, I think he just maybe his thing just went off on its own. But yeah, he's gone.
He probably has to take a phone call. This is awkward.
We can do this post, right? We can edit this.
Yeah, yeah, we can. Yeah, we got it. Yeah,
Hey.
yeah.
This will be kept for the Patreon listeners as
Yeah.
blooper takes on the Patreon channel that we've never ever created.
So what's the third gift that she says? Merry Chrysler, Merry Crisis, and Christmas.
Oh,
That's why I was doing it. I was like,
I think it was that one.
Merry Christmas.
Wow, this is going rough.
You know,
Beginning of the
puppies.
year.
Yeah, everyone has their ups and downs.
Start of the year.
Yeah, there we go.
Making it.
Yeah.
How's your year going?
Oh, excellent.
It's going good. So far, so good.
Yeah. I took a day trip to St. Augustine the other day to start the year on a high note. And honestly, yeah, I can now say, yeah, I started traveling this year, even a 2-hour drive from Orlando.
Something.
You know, I haven't been in so long, so it felt new to me.
Hey.
Welcome back.
Hey, yeah, I don't know what the hell was going on. It just stopped.
Should I try that again in the script?
Take two.
Yeah, sure. Try it again.
This month, this theme, our theme is Netflix. No, that doesn't work. This theme is Netflix guest choice. Joining me today via Discord, we have Caesar, our assistant to the regional host.
Merry Chrysler.
Next up, our co-host, Michael Shang.
Crisis.
And we're with a few other friends. There's Hiroki.
Hi.
He's cutting up some wood
He's cutting wood
Could
right
you
now.
hear that? Could you hear that?
a little bit.
That's really funny.
He's literally making a fireplace.
He's putting it's Christmas time,
Oh,
sit by the
cold.
fire,
Like, get
drink some hot cocoa,
marshmallows and
yeah.
little
It's a
Exactly.
fire pit, you know. It's not really a fire pit.
Oh, we making some
Ooh,
meat.
man.
Making some meat. As you were, Peter.
Before we activate the shuffler,
You never introduced Shang. Wait, you did. Never mind.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
He literally
I
introduced
literally
him.
did. I was gonna say, never mind.
wait, what are you talking about? And didn't I introduce
Yeah,
Shane twice?
you did.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just stupid. Okay.
You
Okay.
did.
I'm just
Crisis.
stupid. Okay.
Chrysler.
Okay. I'm just
Wow.
stupid. Okay. It's been 7 months. 7 months. Sorry,
Thank you,
guys. 7
Caesar.
months.
I appreciate
Okay.
that you think of me.
Of course. Yes.
The editing for this is going to be real rough. If you heard all of this, I probably got a little lazy and just wanted you to hear how in depth we are.
That'd be great.
Don't interrupt me again because this is going to mess up the whole show. for Caesar.
It's funny.
He's already going rough. Oh boy. It's like you can feel the year starting to crack and it just started. And it's all because of this podcast recording. It all lies here. Like, you know, when you start talking and like your voice squeaks, it's all downhill.
We're bounced back.
Back to the script. Before we activate the shuffler, I don't know why I have to go in this tone every time I read.
So
I would like to remind I would like to remind everyone that you each have a reshuffle card. These cards were Christmas gifts in 2021 to everyone who has ever
Wait.
joined a meter.
Wait,
Yeah, it
do
was.
we get doubles? Do we get like another like
we
card?
didn't-
Like 2 shuffle cards? 'cause
We didn't even have a Christmas theme or
Hey.
a Halloween theme.
Hey,
we didn't have
we-
either. 2022 didn't even happen to us.
Hey, first of all, a lot of things happen. 7 months, a lot of shit hit the fan. But we're back.
Wait,
So I think we deserve what?
there are things. The show got released during 2022. We might not have filmed it in 2022, but it got released. So who knows?
No, we filmed it.
I mean, we
recorded.
did the one episode in May that was Monster House. That was released last.
That was the last
2
one.
weeks ago. Yeah.
And before that was like some parts of April.
Yeah, but yeah, we did some, but after May, it kind of went downhill.
Yeah.
But now we're back climbing up the mountain.
And I don't think I even released an episode from April till Halloween.
Wow.
So back to this
Anyway.
script. These cards were Christmas
So-
gifts to everyone who's ever joined Review a Meter before the end of the 2021 year. So you each have one. And remember, you can only use your reshuffle card once. Wow.
Or twice.
Sound effect. Remember that time where there was like a car or
car-
something? I don't know why. I've just been using it now as a part of that.
It's funny.
It's something. I don't know. These are the things that build character, right?
Yes.
Okay. It has now come to that time for us to activate the review-o-meter. Am I getting too far ahead?
Woo!
No, you're good.
Do we
You're
banter
good.
A little
You're on
bit between that.
I mean, no, you're on track. You're doing good. You're on the right path.
New year, new show. Okay,
Exactly.
it has now come to that time for us to activate the review-o-meter shuffler and see which title we will be reviewing. And the winner is Caesar!
Yes.
Caesar! God.
What do you mean,
The
God?
Office is not on Netflix anymore. So,
Yes, I'm aware of that. Thank you for that great reminder every time you mention it. I'm aware.
Okay, Caesar. What is it that you're gonna make us watch today?
So you guys remember how I picked the Jonah Hill movie as my first pick on Superbad? Remember that? You guys remember that?
I do remember that.
So I'm picking another Jonah Hill movie. We are going to watch the 2002 movie 21 Jump Street.
This has Johnny Depp, right?
Yes.
The old one.
Yeah.
Even have Jonah Hill.
Yeah, the original.
Yes. This should be a good one, boys.
Wow. Okay, so we are going to watch 21 Jump Street from 2002 on Netflix. Stick
2012.
around.
Sorry, 2012.
Jesus, that's a whole 10 years. Wait,
Which one are we doing?
Is it
What?
a remake?
You're doing.
The one
This
with
is
Jonah
the
Hill. Yeah, 2012.
Oh, two. Okay, gotcha.
So
Yeah.
this is the remake.
The remake.
Yeah, this is the remake. Yes.
This
the
doesn't have
movie.
Johnny Depp then.
He's in the movie. Spoiler alert.
Wow.
Oh, he
yeah.
makes like
well,
a-
okay. Let's just continue
Spoiler.
going. Okay, we'll cut this out.
I haven't
and edit.
seen this.
It's going to be a great movie, folks.
Yeah.
To be fair, I also never seen the other 21 Jump Street. So yeah, this is gonna be fresh for me. I know.
You talking about the 22 Jump Street one or the original one with Johnny Depp in it?
The newest one. All right, so we're gonna be watching the 2012 film 22 Jump Street.
21. 21.
I had 2022 in my mind. I don't know why. What a year.
That was last year. 7
Yeah.
months.
Stick around after these messages because that's when we'll be reviewing it. Bye.
Good morning, Sharks. Here are your morning announcements for today, March 14th, 2023. Happy Pie Day! In celebration of the holiday, the cafeteria will be serving different pies. There's apple, pecan, key lime, pumpkin, sweet potato, coconut cream, non-dairy, blueberry, strawberry, snozberry, flawberry, berry. Sorry, I slept all night for my exam this morning, so as you can imagine, I'm extremely exhausted. Up next, Coach Garcia wants to remind everyone that spring is the best time to start exercising. Don't let yourself slow down throughout the summer. Get an early start. Visit his office to purchase his recommended vitamin supplement. Trust me when I say, this stuff rocks. In fact, it's time for another dose. Much better. Moving on to sports. This Friday's game was a victory when senior quarterback John Delgado scored the winning points after catching a curveball that was flying through the air. He turned left, then he turned right. He jumped over the opponent's team's blind spot and soared 50 feet in the air. He flew past the 45 line to shoot that winning touchdown. The team celebrated in a mass huddle chanting their signature phrase, "Sharks swim together! Sharks swim together!" Anyways, prom is coming. Tickets will be available next Thursday. This event will be held at the Marriott on Einstein Way. This year's theme is Enchanted Under the Sea. The committee wants me to note that this theme was mostly the idea of two students, Danny Dayton and Winona Hill. This makes sense, those two look 50 years old. This has been your morning announcements. I'm Thomas Branson here on Sagan High News telling you to stay healthy, study hard, and rock on. Have a great rest of your day.
This is me talking real soft next to your face and ear.
This is me one
Look.
day back at.
Look.
I do not like the whistling. Not my favorite.
Welcome back, everyone, to Review a Meter. And we're back from watching 21 Jump Street.
What a movie. What a movie.
So, why'd you pick this movie again, Caesar?
When I first watched this movie, I didn't appreciate it as much as I do now. I found it hilarious, but throughout the movie, there were multiple times that I was laughing my ass off. I forgot how funny this movie was, and this was a great reminder. I'm glad I chose this movie.
You know, when you said that you're sticking to a Jonah Hill theme, I swore I thought you were going to say Megamind.
That's not on Netflix. I thought about that.
Is it not?
I don't think it is. No, it's not. It used to be, but it's not on Netflix. It used to be, not anymore.
I
Yeah, but
swear I
that's-
saw it. I saw it on something.
Nope.
Is
It
it
I
used,
watched
HBO
it
Max?
recently. I watched it
Okay.
recently, and I believe it was on HBO Max. I love that movie.
yeah, it's
And
not
there's
on
no
Netflix.
Queen of
anymore.
England.
Yeah.
Oh, the way that works now.
I mean, there is
So
no
talk-
Queen of England. That is correct now.
It was one of the first things I saw after her death. Not Megamind, but just like that as a post on the internet.
No, I just like to think that you instantly hopped on and watched Megamind.
right after her funeral, actually, it's
the
like,
Queen
okay,
died.
the Queen is dead. Long live the Queen, but let's watch some Megamind.
Wait, so like in tribute to the Queen, I'd be watching Megamind for that one line.
I mean,
Yeah.
you could. Yeah.
I mean, I guess she gets a shout out, but that's not like anything revolves around her. Heck, Cars 2 revolves around her a little bit more. She's actually like a character car. She knights Lightning and Mater at the end, right?
That works too.
Does she? I think so.
Are we like not supposed to talk about Cars 2?
I mean, you could. Wait. Why can we talk about too?
I mean, who's stopping you from talking about Cars 2?
I would say, yeah, because talk about it. Yeah, I mean, because like that's the movie we watched. I mean, go off, King.
Well, Cars 2 is not as bad as everyone truly says it is. It's bad, don't get me wrong.
I thought
But-
Cars 3 was worse.
Cars 2 is worse.
No, Cars 3.
Oh,
Cars 2 is the worst Cars. Cars
I thought
3
Car-
is pretty good.
Really? I hear.
It's-
Really? Okay.
Okay, I mean, first off, this is the movie that we're talking about, but Cars 3 has like an actual good story to it. Like Lightning McQueen's getting old. He can't compete anymore, and he's trying desperately to stay there. But like towards the end of the movie, he realizes like his time is done, and like he needs to serve more of like a Doc Hudson role that he got when he was young to like another younger car that really wants to race but has like challenges ahead of them that stop them.
I thought it was fine.
Yeah, it's definitely better than 2. I don't think it's better than 1. I think
Oh,
1 is the
hold
best
on.
one.
I think 2 has some things going for it. I do like the
It has
international
nothing
aspect.
going for it. It was awful. Everything was terrible about
The
it.
Japan stuff
dude.
kind of made me laugh, but no, I get it. It's bad.
It
Don't.
was too much Mater. It was too much Mater. It was just it
Yeah.
sucked.
Do you remember those Mater Tall Tale shorts? It's basically a pitch for one of those shorts turned into a feature-length movie.
Yeah.
I guess we are gonna talk about Cars in this episode.
So
Yeah,
wait,
that's what we're
so
talking
wait,
about.
So wait, is Cars 2 worse or better than Monster House?
Oh wow, rude! You knew that was my pick too.
I'm
Wow.
so sorry.
Wow.
I just
I-
want. Okay, fine. Scratch that. Is Cars 2 better or worse than Planes?
I've never seen Planes.
I've never
That's not
seen
even
it either.
Pixar.
It isn't. I
No.
mean, that's the same. Really?
Yeah, it's the same universe, but it's not Pixar.
Huh.
That is a Disney-made film, only to sell more toys, because Cars is the second highest toys on market
Huh.
versus Star Wars.
The more you know.
It's crazy.
You slap a face on a Hot Wheels, it's gonna sell like hotcakes.
Cars 1 is clearly the best one.
Oh my God.
Cars 2 is
Oh my
awful,
goodness.
and Cars 3 is second.
Can't. I really can't. What are we? What is
Unless we're
this?
actually talking about the movie that we watched.
We need to have Pixar be the next theme. I think that would be a real fun one.
We just choose Cars.
You're gonna break your own rule, Peter.
3 of the 4 would be Cars movies.
I mean, you're the one that thought the idea. I'm just saying.
Man, people are like, they feel cheated because they clicked on this podcast and thought that they were going to hear a review of maybe their favorite film from 10 years ago.
Oh,
And here we are just talking about Cars. And you know you love it.
7 months, baby. 7 months.
21 Jump Street is a funny movie. It's pretty good, but I highly doubt it's anyone's favorite.
Well, it is a reboot sequel. I don't know.
This is my top 5 buddy cop movies ever. So I mean,
So top 5.
Ooh.
So it's not your favorite, right?
it's in the top 3 if anything. Yeah.
So top 3. So it's not your favorite, correct?
It's I can't say. It's yes. It's not a yes or no. I can't comment this time. This may or may not change.
Okay. So my stance still stands.
What's another buddy cop movie that you're like thinking about right now that you're judging where you put this one?
Bad Boys.
I was gonna say
Tango
Bad
and
Boys.
Cash, the Lethal Weapon series. Rush Hour.
The other
Hot
guys.
Fuzz. The other guys. Oh my god.
I prefer the other guys over this movie.
Whoa. Hey, hold on. You can't let I know the peacock flies, but come on now.
I am a peacock! You gotta let me fly!
Shoot
You gotta
my
let the
dick off.
peacock
Come on.
fly.
Getting your dick shot out. Come on now.
Well, the intro with The Rock.
Oh, that's pretty good.
You thinking what I'm thinking, partner? Aim for the bushes.
Copyright.
I love
There's no goddamn bushes. That was so funny.
Yeah.
there was no
It
bush.
was so good.
That's what was funny. You literally just
It
jumped
was
off the
so funny. They just killed themselves and that was it.
And it's kind of like, honestly, this movie does kind of parallel some of those same plots because, these are 2 cops that they're not really in the real action. They're just taking a beat downtown in the park, riding their bicycles. And it's the same with Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell. They were just pencil pushers in their office,
they
filing reports. They're
were
cops,
total
they're not
opposites.
out there.
Yeah.
So
They were
they're
losers.
both kind of like, they're the underdogs.
They're the other guys.
They're the other guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still enjoyed this movie. I think there were some funny jokes that actually made me choke. But then they really just tried so hard trying to get you to laugh at least like every minute.
And it
And
worked.
I don't know. You
Really?
can't just tell a cheap joke and
Oh, so wait. So okay. So the scene with being on the highway, right? And they throw the bottle and it doesn't explode. You didn't find that
Wait, wait,
hilarious?
wait.
Happened twice.
that scene just felt like they were just making fun of the original because maybe there was a similar scene and everything was exploding, lots of action, but here they're making like a weird commentary joke about how like, well, we're kind of sticking to a budget, not everything's gonna blow up. You know what this all reminds me of? Like a lot of times when they do that kind of stuff, and when Nick Offerman says,
Down on Jump Street. 37 Jump Street. No, that doesn't sound right.
those kind of jokes where you're recalling to the original, knowing that the original was far more superior, blah blah blah. That just reminds me of the Karate Kid. Like obviously the first trilogy is the trilogy. It's the action. It's the classic. And then you decide, oh yeah, we need Jaden Smith, Jackie Chan. So it's a movie everyone's familiar with, but we gotta still make it, upbeat and different. That's fine, but then like your jokes are Jackie Chan using a fly swatter to kill the fly instead of the chopsticks, which yes, don't repeat the same thing, but it's the social commentary on what you're parodying, and you're still trying to sell it as like a remake. And I haven't even seen the original.
Okay, so the original, it's not an actual movie. It's a TV series that they had
Cobra Kai.
with it was with Johnny Depp as playing the lead role. That's why he's in this one too as well. And he's like, oh, I was Jump Street too as well, because that's the role that they played. It was in the original movie or the original show. It was less, if I remember correctly, it was less comedy based, more action, more like action
yeah.
drama kind of based. With this one, they kind of went in a bit of a different direction than the original 21 Jump Street that they had. Which, I liked it. I thought it was fun. I thought it was funny and enjoyable. I liked it a lot. I'm a sucker for like comedy movies. I love watching comedy movies. I've seen 21 Jump Street. I've also seen like The Other Guys more than I can probably count. Just because they're just fun. It's fun to watch. I've seen it so many times that like I knew as the jokes were coming like what was gonna happen. But the original 21 Jump Street, it was very much more of a like a drama, I would say, than an actual
Comedy.
movie. Yeah.
So Johnny Depp obviously made an appearance at the end of this film. He played a DEA character undercover. Is he reprising his role from that show then? At first I was thinking, okay, this is a remake, but then when that happened, I'm thinking, this is probably like a Jurassic World. It's a remake, but really it's just a sequel reboot.
I'll double check this. I don't think Johnny Depp was credited for his role.
No, he wasn't. He was not.
Because I thought I remembered when it came out, like people were like, "Oh, is he playing his own role?" But like something about it was like, "Oh no, they're referring to it, but like he's not like in the credits. He's not even shown to be playing his old character."
Oh, he's not even in the credits. I understand if it's not on like IMDb. Well, I don't know. It's been 10 years, so who are they like protecting from spoilers on that one?
Oh, so on Wikipedia, it's showing uncredited cameo as his old character.
Okay, so reboot.
Oh, he is supposed to be, but it's not even shown as.
Yeah, because when they say it on the screen, it's a totally different like name that they say when they introduce themselves towards the end.
Well, yeah, it's supposed to be like it was a bit. That's why. No one was supposed to suspect him to be in the movie. So it's just a bit. That's why they had him in there, and they did not like really credit him. Because they thought it would be thought it would be funnier if like he just showed up. Which it was, it was just there. It's like, yep.
Yeah, you got to give that to the audience. A lot of these characters, they did do a good job, like the actors. I don't know if I could totally believe a lot of them fit in a high school setting. Now, they did have a lot of actors that did look like actual teenagers. They probably were. And they even mentioned, these guys don't look like teenagers at all. They look like they're in their 40s. Obviously, they're like in their late 20s or early 30s. But some parts I kind of think, they kind of get away with it. I could see it because, sometimes kids in high school look freaking mature. And other times you look at them and like, no, this guy looks like he is like in his 30s at this point. And I don't know. Channing Tatum, he was doing high school movies, like 2003.
He did step up. Yeah, he did step up. I think.
The man.
Step up. Yeah.
Brie Larson, I don't know if I really bought her as a teenager. She probably was a teenager at the time. I don't even know.
She was 23 at the time, and she made the movie.
Okay.
So that's not bad. 5 years.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be an 18. But that relationship, though, that was a little...
Yeah, no one questioned that. Not even the cop that was watching them kiss.
I thought they would do a bit of said something about, hey, like she's under something about that. I
never mentioned her age,
but they didn't.
Yeah.
Unless she was maybe a senior who was 18. But even
18. I think they were all 18.
That's pushing it. Let's be honest.
But still, yeah.
But it's like, if you're in high school, that's already the problem. 18-year-olds are still just kids.
I mean, to you, me, yes, but in the eyes of the law, they're adults.
These are...
I think they...
Anyway,
I didn't mean to sound like that. I'm just saying, the eyes of the law. Like, I'm just saying, if they were to go to the case, they're going to be prosecuted as adults.
It's not so crazy because, again, she doesn't fully look like a high school student to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I was also expecting like just a weird bit of someone going, remember what we talked about? No sexual relationships with these kids? Like, what are you doing? They broke all those rules, by the way. What was it? Like, don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs. Don't buy alcohol for teenagers.
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
Don't get expelled, which they did. So all these things they broke.
But they got the job done.
Wait, so they got fired as in 21 Jump Street. But did they get fired as cops because they still like announced themselves as cops? And it's just like the other guys.
I was in yeah, because like they got Ice Cube fired them, and then they went and did their own thing. They went to the prom anyway to solve the crime, and I think they got rehired. Yeah, they got rehired because Ice Cube was like, "Y'all going to college."
Oh,
So
well,
I
that was
think-
at the end. I meant when they went on
Yes.
their big outing, like when.
yes,
they
I meant they were I mean, technically they got expelled and were fired from the job.
So they were fired as cops.
Yes, I would think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still had their guns.
Wait.
Well, yeah, they were just off the case. Like they were sent to 21 to
Okay,
join up with
so-
that force.
It was
Oh,
just
so
yeah, like-
okay, so that's the case. Okay,
okay. So they were still.
They weren't like not cops anymore. They were still cops.
just off that case. Okay.
They're just off the case.
Hmm.
I wouldn't have hated it if they still went that route of firing them as cops, because then they could have just gone outside of the law. Even though they kind of already were doing outside of the law, they were tapping into the kids' phones and making out with these kids to get closer with them. And oh, Jesus.
I think the one thing that I liked about this movie was because of the fact that I was in high school. Brought me back a little bit.
You went to high school?
We all went. I mean, did you go to high school?
I did go to high school. Wait, what
I
high school did
mean-
you go to?
I went to.
You don't have to say if you want to keep your.
I was. I mean, I was
We-
gonna. I went to a school somewhere in Florida. Let's say that. How about that?
The name of my school
What's
was
going on
my
right now?
hometown's name
What's
with
happening?
high school at the end of it. That's all I
Wow.
can say.
I was saying this movie brought me back to how high school was for me, and so I have a question for you guys, even though it's not C trivia yet.
Oh, boy.
So when you guys were in high school or just in school in general, did you guys one strap the bag or two strap the bags? How are we talking about here?
one strap.
Really?
I didn't have a bag.
Whoa!
Wait,
Mr.
whoa, wait.
Cool!
Wow.
Wow,
How did
too cool for
wait.
school.
He no strapped it. That's what he did.
I was homeschooled, so
Wow.
Oh,
you
that's
were
right.
so cool for school.
Wait, you still didn't have? I know. I guess it'd be stupid to have a bag, but you didn't have like. I guess you could have used a desk.
no.
I mean, like,
Bag,
you
all
had
this
to
stuff
carry
is
your-
there already.
I just left it.
I mean, I don't fucking know. I just had my book bag. I guess. Yeah, I got two strapped it. I guess.
I was a two strap man myself. But then in college, I kind of evolved, became a one strap man.
I think I was the opposite. I think in college I became a little bit more of a two-strap man because you had to carry those textbooks. Like in high school,
Oh yeah.
I didn't really bring textbooks. Like maybe I had that one class where it's like, don't forget your textbook, but your textbooks always just stayed home. But like in college, like nah, you have to bring the damn textbook because like all the teacher will do is like show you a PowerPoint and just tell you like I didn't bother making this part of the slide. Just open this part of your textbook and read. And there's no such thing as like lockers in college. So not like I never had a locker in high school, just middle school. And a lot of times I just used the band room to hide
Really?
my stuff because I always had a hiding spot in there in the percussion room. But yeah,
That's terrible. Wait, no lockers? I
well,
feel
there
like
were
it's all
lockers.
kinds this week.
there were lockers in
Yeah,
school, but they were like shitty, so no one ever cared to use them.
Ah, okay.
So just to let you know, Michael Shank, most high schools they don't have enough lockers for everybody. Like there's most high schools, at least in the United States, they are overcrowded. Most public high schools
yeah.
are overcrowded, so they do not have enough locker space for everybody.
And not
So
just that,
typically, a lot of times, what they do is you have to pay for those lockers. You have to pay extra to get a locker.
What?
If they still have them available, yes,
You have to pay.
they are
for
not
it?
free.
Whoa.
Yeah.
School are you going
'Cause
to?
that's how my high school was. You
Oh,
had to
you
pay
did?
to get a locker, if you wanted one. I think only the international something kids, those kids were the only ones that got just free lockers. But they had like their own place inside the school too as well. It was really weird. It was like a school within a school. Like if you were in that program, more than likely you didn't know who actually went to the school other than other IB kids.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So
Very
actually,
odd.
I remember because in middle school, the only reason why I had a locker is because the way they scheduled your classes was that, at least in my middle school, I'm just speaking for like my own experience, they divided like the school and different grades by these different sections where your classes are actually in a relatively near area. So your locker would also be in that near area. Now in high school, no. Everything is like, you have what class? Yeah, that's going to be in that building. You have the next period is going to be, 3 buildings down. So what's the point of like having a locker, because it doesn't correspond with your schedule. You might just get a locker that's in a building that's not even part of your schedule at all. So it's like you're probably never be passing by your locker at all in the day. So it's like, what's the point?
Well,
Yeah, but-
that's interesting.
Yeah, it's not like the movies where like all the kids get their lockers and everybody hangs out around them and stuff. Most of the time, no one has that. I don't think out of any of my friends, any of us ever got a locker. Just because like we really didn't need one.
Sometimes you just suffer and let your back hurt.
Yeah,
Carrying
That's
around
how you get them
Yeah.
muscles.
basically.
only if you knew you had to bring your book. And normally you just use your textbooks for homework, because in high school they're much better at just simplifying everything into the PowerPoints. At least from my experience, I know I only say that because like a lot of teachers did just do that. Like they made their PowerPoints. If there's anything in the textbook they wanted you to read, that's part of your homework.
Or they would either like have it like the electrical version like online, so you don't have to buy the book, or you would actually leave it in the class, so you have to worry about like bringing it with you to class the next time you're in there.
For me, that's more college.
I mean, for these, at least from my high school experience, some classes were like that.
I
'Cause
guess
I'm-
that's just where we're heading into now.
Yeah.
The parallels of this is when they were younger, like Jonah Hill was the dorky kid. I wouldn't even say nerd. I don't even know if he was supposed to be like a smart person. And
Yeah, he was
Channing Tatum was the
he was
jock.
very smart. Yeah.
But then they like flipped it when they had to
Yeah.
go undercover. Like their parallels, they were trying to fulfill what they couldn't do back when they were younger. Jonah Hill's trying to be cool, and Channing Tatum's trying to be more academic, or at least he's having a bit more fun in his studies, because you saw him like playing with the chemistry. Like even though they were just blowing up shit with Coke bottles, it's still like he was learning how the Coke bottle was blowing up in the air, actually experimenting on all that. So he made his group with the people who are academic.
Like it's kind of funny because like I feel like nowadays that's a common thing to do. I'm wondering like how far, in the sense of like people going back to school and thinking like, oh, I've done it already. I was already cool and I can just do
It's like
the same
17
thing
again.
17 again, or what's the one with Rebel Wilson that just came out. Similar in that.
Year?
Yeah, I think so. Something like
Yeah.
that. So I mean, I guess it's this like one of the first that started it. I mean, that was the first thing I was thinking. I was trying to look it up of like start it, because I mean, most of the time, like previously, when you think of someone like Freaky Friday or something like that, it's someone going to someone else's conscious or whatever and trying to learn and trying to do it their own way, but they're not in there. I don't know what I'm talking about. Never mind. But like, yeah. I think I'm just going tangent now. I'm not being coherent.
Everyone thinks
But-
about that. Like, if you could just redo it, if you could have the second chance, would you be so focused on your academic studies? Would you not care because it's like, man, this is just the second try. I already had the real thing. I'll probably be converting back to my adult self at some point, anyways. Or it's like, this isn't real, so I don't have to worry about the academic part. Or, this isn't real, so I don't really care about these other kids, so I don't care what they think of me. That's kind of what their mindset was. But I don't know, because they were also thrown off with just how different the times were, even though it's probably just been a solid 10 years since they graduated, if I were to guess. If Channing Tatum was playing a high school student and Jonah Hill playing high school students like 10 years ago, sure, let's just assume like those characters in this movie were high school graduates 10 years ago. And we see that in the beginning because, he thinks that everyone's just more divided. He sees the goths, he sees the nerds, he sees the jocks, and he's just like, this is high school, this everyone stays to their own clan, and he's like, okay, here we go, here's some cool people. And they turned out to be like academics too, but guess what, they were also the ones dealing drugs, And it's like, okay, no, that is accurate. So like a lot of times, like your popular kids are the most academic ones. So, they're your valedictorian. Everyone's always friends with those people, and they don't necessarily have to be the quiet, shy person. This was also 2012, so this was my high school time. So it pretty much looked accurate. Maybe some parts. I just thought it was funny how he just instantly starts a fight with the gay kid. He's like, "Man, why'd you punch me?" He's like, "Because I'm gay." You're like, "No, I
didn't know
didn't
you were gay."
He's like,
Maybe punching you was
game.
But, like, when do kids ever like punch each other? Like that sounds so 80s. Like, I understand people get into fights, but that's different than just like, oh, I'm just gonna punch you because I want to. Like, I'm gonna be your bully. Like, no, it's about verbal abuse. That's how people are bullies these days. I don't know if they were ever really physical bullies.
I just want to say, I don't think they were too old in this movie after high school, because I mean, it seems like after high school they went and became police officers, or relatively soon. And to become a cop, it only takes like, I think like 6 months or something. It's like half a year or something like that. So they were probably still in their like maybe their early 20s when they became cops.
I can believe that. It's just distracting with the actors and how aged they look. But again, with some of these actors in high school, like Brie Larson, maybe if I was watching this through the eyes of a 9-year-old, I'd probably not see it the same way. Right? It's like
first question.
It's like Glee because they're all adults, but like if you were so young, you wouldn't know that.
First question: why are you watching this as a 9-year-old? Where are your parents?
What are you talking about? This is probably the market of who all their viewers.
No, a 9-year-old.
A 9-year-old. You're underestimating 9-year-olds.
Sex,
Absolutely.
drugs.
You're underestimating 9-year-olds.
What 9-year-olds knows about drugs at such an early age?
What is 9? What is 9? 4th grade?
This is not targeted for 9-year-olds.
Oh no! They're not trying to target to 9-year-olds, but that's probably the age range. That's whole like, oh, did you see that movie? That's a cool movie. I loved it, and everyone's like, oh yeah, you're not cool if you didn't see this movie. So it's like the peer pressure of like you have to go see this cool stuff. Have you not been to 4th grade?
I have, but that was like so long ago.
This is the kind of movie where just like word of mouth travels best for that age.
I think nowadays it's probably like that, because when I was in 4th grade, I remember my friend telling me, "Hey, did you see that movie where they're doing drugs and talking about like shooting a guy's dick off?"
Also, I believe they couldn't even watch this if it was in theaters. Isn't this
It was
rated
rated
R?
R. Yeah, they can't unless they go with a parent or they get it like off the website.
You can't go alone, but your cool big brother or sister can take you, or maybe you can, watch it on DVD if it's already after theaters.
Streaming.
Well, I'm kind of looking at my own eyes now, but
what's a DVD?
Will say it was very strange to see things during now when seeing this in the present time frame, because like so much has changed. Things were cringe, or just like when she was like, "Oh, why are you calling?" Just like text. I mean, that's still the same. But then she said, "Oh yeah, can I make a Facebook like post about?" I was like, "Oh." Or he said, I am or something like that. I don't know. It's like weird because like mostly would be like TikTok now and just like Instagram, and I don't know, even not Instagram now.
Probably just do Snapchat. You know
Snapchat
how it
and
goes.
TikTok.
Snapchat's for
Yeah.
more personal
Twitter.
stuff. Instagram's for a little bit more public. TikTok is just the new Vine.
Yeah, it was just weird. It's just interesting, how like a lot of these now teen movies, and it's always been, but like just the changes of different things, and it's only been 10
I find
years.
it hard to believe that the Jonah Hill character didn't adapt with the time. Like he was using a landline to call Brie Larson, and dude, do you not have a cell phone that you can text on? It's not just a high school kid thing.
I mean, he was texting on. He did have a phone that he was texting her before the play that he was going to do with her.
Yeah, did he always have a phone then? I don't know
Maybe
why he
not.
was just
Maybe yeah.
He might have. He naturally just talked on the phone.
On a landline, yeah.
I mean,
That's
that's part of
weird.
the comedy of it.
Yeah, look at the past. Look at how it was and look at how we are now.
It's the comedy, but is it like accurate? Do you really buy that?
Yes, because now no one wants to talk on the phone. Text me or email me.
Oh no, that's true. That's
Yeah.
1000% true.
Did you say or email me? I've never emailed anyone other
You
than
never emailed someone back, hey, how's your day going? You wait a couple minutes or days.
No, I don't email somebody to see check up on their doing. I send them like a text or something. I'm like,
That's
hey,
if
how
you
you
have-
doing?
That's
You're
if you
missing
have their
out.
number, Hiroki.
Hiroki's
missing
never
out,
done that.
sir.
Yeah, but there's also like Messenger, there's Snapchat. You can send a message on TikTok if you really want to. Like, there's a lot.
Think
There's a lot of
actually,
different
you
things
don't-
you can do.
Send a full message, or just leave them one and then just like change the fonts and all of that.
think
I usually go, hey,
Hiroki.
Just hey, and then
I
just
say,
send the
"What's
email.
It's like, hey, how's it going?
and then send the email. I sent you an email. Can you look at it really quickly?
I
I
know.
up.
I know Snapchat wasn't a thing yet when I was like in 10th grade. So yeah, emails are all we had.
Yeah, see?
But there's also Facebook. Let's be honest. That's probably
Yeah.
that was probably the most norm.
Can we talk about how Jonah Hill, Schmidt, which is his character's name, pushed that lady in the shoe store?
I mean,
That was
he was
hilarious. I loved it.
he was about to blow his cover. I mean, he even said shush, and then she was still going off. So it's all her fault at that point.
He's like, shut up, shut up.
If you were in his shoes, do you think that there would be someone like that in your life that would give you that scare?
Oh yeah, I feel like we've at least met or have someone in our life that's like, they always talk, they gossip. So say you're a cop, you come out of nowhere and you're undercover, and you see this person in the store, and they don't know that you're undercover, and they're gonna blow your cover. So I mean, yeah, we probably have that person. I've met that person before.
I'm sure it's probably that same exact situation if for you, Caesar. It would probably be some like old Hispanic lady going like, Caesar, mijo, ¿cómo estás?
Yeah.
And you're just like,
Um,
"Acuérdate, señora, something."
That's a good
Yeah.
impression of me.
Tu madre dice que tú estás haciéndole por policías cosas en la escuela.
And then I push her in a basket of tacos.
I don't know if I'd push her, but I'd very much be mouthing the "shut up, please."
She'll be fine. I just pushed her in a basket of tacos. She'll be fine.
But I kind of like understood why he had to do that. It's kind of like he had no last resort as a reflex. He just did that just to end the scene right there.
And then he lies, saying she touched me. She tried touching me.
When in doubt, go with a dick joke.
Never
There were
fails.
many. I don't know. The comedy, like, it does resort to that a lot. It's just like, there's a lot of like blank space here. Dick joke. Yeah. Like, I do expect a little bit more from Phil Lord and Chris Miller. That's all I'm saying. Dick jokes can be funny, but I don't care if they're literally just stamped everywhere and it's not that funny,
I mean, you gotta think about who wrote the story. Jonah Hill was one of the people that wrote the story. So I mean, his work. He did Superbad.
He was the writer in this too? It was
Yeah,
written by Phil Lord and Chris
he
Miller.
wrote. He was one of the people that wrote the story for it.
Okay. So he's credited
Yeah.
as a writer.
Yeah, I would say that. I would say so.
Well, should I blame it on him then? Because
I mean, if you want to,
dick jokes in the Lego Movie.
true, it could be. I mean, did you hear dick jokes in Superbad? I mean, yeah, and like this is the end. Yeah.
I like the Superbad dick jokes because for some reason he just has like a weird obsession of just drawing penises and he can't explain it. I'm like, I don't know why, but that actually is more of a high school teenager than his character here.
What?
He did that only when he was like a child, though.
Right.
With
Okay,
drawing
that's what I-
penises.
as a third grader.
It's like, yeah, as a third grader, he just drew penises for no fucking reason.
It's not that he's attracted or anything. He's just like, I find art in my craft of drawing penises.
So weird. It was so funny. So. Like, what the fuck?
And then
It's just so out of left field.
young Laura Morano was terrified when she saw in his journal. You remember that?
Yes, I do remember that.
This makes me want to watch Superbad again. Actually, this really makes me want to go back and watch the original 21 Jump Street because I am now curious.
Original 21 Jump Street. I don't even know who like has it, like streaming wise.
It is on Pluto TV, and
Of
Roku
course,
channel.
And
Voodoo?
what else?
The Roku channel. Oh, it's free on Amazon.
Oh, so Prime?
Yes.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
That's
I do have it.
you don't have Prime.
I do got Prime.
There you go.
What? It's young Johnny Depp. Where he started his career.
Yeah, it was his starting role.
Yeah.
That's where he started his career. 21 Jump Street. That was it.
It wasn't Willy Wonka.
That's-
Sorry,
yeah, Willy Wonka was it.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Everyone's favorite movie.
We should review Marley and Me.
Oh my
No.
goodness, no.
No. I will. No. Please, no.
Wow,
Please,
that was
no.
a very
Wait.
fast no.
Why not? Why not Marley and Me, huh?
When I first haha, it's on HBO Max. So you can't even watch it. When I first watched that movie, I hated the ending. I fucking hated it.
Well, I have HBO Max, you know.
I have HBO Max too.
Damn it,
Ooh, okay. Seems like we got HBO Max up in here.
Peter.
I don't think I can allow it. Maybe as an exclusive of who our guests are, but I don't know. I kind of prefer just sticking it to Disney Plus to keep it a little bit more consistent because of the knowledge of Disney I have. Netflix is just to give y'all a bone. Get us our rated R specials. I mean, I don't know if 2012's 21 Jump Street with Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum's ever gonna make it to the Cinematic Memorial Fame History Museum.
I mean, I think the film still kind of holds up, even 10 years, even 11 years from now. I mean, 11 years later.
To me, it's a dumb comedy. I don't know if I could say it holds up. I think if you are interested for a good laugh and nothing of real,
Sustenance.
yeah, I'm not trying to say like, hey, you have no class if you enjoy this. Like, no, you need this, something light, right? That's why people like sitcoms, and me included. Like, I just don't know. I think there's just other things of this same nature that I would just rather sink my teeth into if I want to watch reruns and such of. I don't see myself coming back to this in the near future, but if it's ever on as I'm flipping through the channels, sure. I'll probably leave it if I'm feeling it. You know what I do want to review though, what that has Channing Tatum and is a comedy? I mean, I saw the marketing of, but just didn't care to see it in theaters because I don't know why, but I just don't see comedies in theaters. But I absolutely will see the sequel because man, this is such a good movie, and I would love if we review this. Yeah, take a guess. I know you want to.
Is it a movie that just came out a couple of years ago or a year ago? Yeah. Is it The Lost City?
No, it's Free Guy.
I love Free Guy.
I can actually unfold Free Guy, dig a little deeper past its comedy roots, and get into how like there's actually a good story in here that like has potential for many sequels that they need to dive into.
I mean, hey, this could be your 1 year anniversary, 2-year anniversary, Peter.
No, we can't
Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Your anniversary. It's not earned. We failed.
It's kind of earned.
Content creators, we don't deserve to celebrate a year when we hardly did anything.
Hey, there are podcasters and streamers that go gone or go sub-zero. That's the wrong phrase. Totally like off the land for years, and when they come back, they get applause for nonstop. So I mean,
all the podcasts I listen to, there's always a time or two where they say, sorry for the delay. Editing has been taking so long. Personal things come up. Thank you for still coming back to us. It's just the nature of podcasts. So having this whole like schedule of saying, oh yeah, a theme a month is just ridiculous.
So you're telling me Free Guy for 2-year anniversary? I know you want to.
How about this?
I know you.
What if I just throw one of the themes as Peter's choices, and I just make a list of movies that I would love us to review? Yeah, Free Guy would be on that.
How many movies do you have in mind?
Oh, there's so many. And you bet your ass Mary Poppins is on that list.
And that's how you know we're gonna definitely reshuffle on that.
And then it will reshuffle into Mary Poppins Returns.
And someone else will pull out the reshuffle card.
And then it'll reshuffle into Saving Mr. Banks.
And that's when we pull out another reshuffle
And then
card.
it'll reshuffle into Bed Knobs and Broomsticks.
Oh my god, we need to have like 7 guests for that just in case. Wait, we have 2 reshuffle cards, so we're good. Each.
You?
Bailey's the only one who's uses
No, I'm saying we have 2 because Christmas.
Christmas.
Yeah. Because every year we get another reshuffle
You
card.
do not. You have one reshuffle card.
Wow.
Are you
You
sure
really
about
tried to
that?
sneak that in.
When did I ever say you had another reshuffle card? I'm sorry. This is our holiday episode because it's the closest we've ever recorded to Christmas. When did I mention that you all got Christmas gifts? You all got nothing. You stole fizzy looking drinks and you touched the ceiling that now has to be washed and sterilized, so you lose.
So, free guy for anniversary?
I mean, I like Free Guy, so I'll keep
It's
it
a
in mind.
maybe.
But I like
It's
the
a
idea of us
maybe.
getting back into what the show is originally about. Like, I know we strayed off into doing the campaign, right? The D&D little story thing we had going on.
Ooh, yes.
So it's nice if we could just continue on with the randomizing themings, randomizing the titles, and reviewing, and then rating.
There is one more thing I want to talk about. Because we haven't touched on it yet.
Okay.
Can we just talk about the guy's face melting off as an ice cream? Like his face was ice cream, and his face was just melting off
That's when I realized he was the
because of the drugs.
yeah. He seemed like he was very much like interested to know if they're on drugs.
And then he was Cat in the Hat for a second.
That
was
whole thing,
animatronic.
yeah. That whole scene was
That's why you don't do Don't do drugs,
do
kids.
drugs.
Say no to drugs only gets kids more curious.
True, but still, say no to drugs. They're bad for you.
Oh man, I just took some Tylenol.
Say no to illegal drugs. If
Hey, you
actually,
gotta be
no.
careful. That's still a drug. Still has that for a reason.
Actually, okay, don't overdo it. Don't. Okay, talk to an adult before you do anything crazy,
Oh my gosh.
or talk to your local doctor about it.
Not an adult, because
Or talk to
normally
the
it's
C-
adults
or-
that give you that many ranks.
Or speak to the CDC about stuff. about,
Caesar, if the audience listening to this right now made it this far, you know they're on drugs.
Hey, what are you trying to say?
How many tangents did we go on?
So many.
Hey, this is worth.
Didn't we
7K.
start off with cars?
Let's go back to that. I mean,
Oh my
isn't
God.
Cars
What did
3
I
basically
do?
Toy Story 4? Is Pixar
Okay.
just ripping
I'm
itself
so
off
sorry.
with mediocre films?
This is
The
worth
Lightning
7
McQueen
months.
is just he wants to retire. He's feeling kind of old. Woody is also feeling kind of old and just wants to retire. It's the same thing,
Oh goodness.
except in the end of Cars 3, he didn't put an end on a trilogy. No, he's like, you know me. I'm still gonna hang around and do some more racing because we need to sell these toys, and that won't happen if we stop making movies. Okay, so Caesar, UFC trivia because I think we're getting on too long here. So let's just.
I do have seed trivia.
no.
I do.
Here we
All
go.
right, okay.
This movie. Are you surprised?
I got to after 7 months. I've been prepping. I got to have it.
Oh my god, was this on your list for 7 months?
Hell yeah!
Oh my god.
All right. Welcome back to Seed Trivia, boys. How we doing tonight? I missed
Woo,
that
I
sound.
missed this music that we're hearing in post.
Love that beautiful jazz music behind us. Love that. All right, guys. We got 5 questions. 1 true or false and 4 multiple choice.
True.
Are we ready?
Yes, here
False.
we go.
Okay. First question.
True.
Where was this
First
movie?
question.
It's a multiple choice question, Peter. Don't get too excited. So, first question. Where was this movie filmed? Is it A, Los Angeles, California, B, Orlando, Florida, C, Houston, Texas, or D, Phoenix, Arizona, or E, New Orleans, Louisiana?
It's definitely not E from the way you just threw that in like that.
Let's start with Hiroki.
I'm gonna say Los Angeles, California, because I believe the original was in Los Angeles,
Here they make
California.
Okay, Shang.
I mean, why would you put 5?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
You
go.
had
Let's
4.
go all out. Let's go E. Let's do it.
And Peter.
Definitely Houston or Phoenix. So I'm gonna go with Phoenix.
The answer is New Orleans. Michael Shane got it right.
What in the world?
That's
Okay.
diabolical.
Wow.
How do you construct a question and say it like that?
So I kind of forgot to put that
That's
answer
what I
in
thought.
my
That's what I
option.
thought you would do.
I
not what you did.
honestly forgot because I was like A, B, C. I was like, wait, I don't have the actual answer. Let's throw in an
Jesus Christ.
E. 7 months, baby. All right, number 2.
And Shank's still winning. As always.
Okay,
That's
number
amazing.
2. So, in this past movie, Jonah Hill, if you haven't noticed, was a little bit heavier. But in this
come on,
movie,
man.
he looks
He's trying.
he looks much skinnier. So, why did he lose weight?
Oh, come
Was it-
on.
Was it A, because of the movie, B, because of his health, C, because of a bet, or D, none of the above? Let's start with Peter.
I think I read this on the internet because he really needed to lose weight to convey that he's been on the island for 4 years. And in the meantime, as he was losing the weight, he actually ended up working on another movie. Wait, no, this is Castaway. So this is not Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks? What? Wilson?
You said, oh god, I don't really remember your options, but I'm not gonna make you repeat it. I think
I can say it again.
I
if you
think
want.
it was a bet. Why not?
Okay, Roki.
I'm gonna say health.
Okay, and
I feel like he just wanted to lose the weight.
okay, and Shane.
I would think probably for the movie, just because I mean, if I'm going against Channing Tatum, I want to look as good as possible.
But in the movie, he had a hard time like doing track and all that. So
Probably,
I don't know. Maybe it
Do
fits the
some of
character
the-
to have a bit more weight.
well, there's also a lot of like stunts he had to do. I mean, I guess he could have gotten stunt double.
You can only get a stunt double
So-
for so many of the stunts that you.
True, yeah.
Like you, sometimes even actors who don't do stunts have to do certain
To
stunts.
do some, yeah.
Yeah. Like if it's just a one parkour thing, you know.
Yes, my answer is A.
Okay, so the answer is A. It's A. So Jonah Hill lost over 40 pounds for the
shoot,
role
good
because
for him.
him and Channing Tatum were required to do physical demanding stunts.
Shoot.
Next
Yeah,
time, just
okay.
pick whatever Michael Shank says.
That seems to be a fitting way. I mean, a tactic. So, okay. On to the next one. So, which actress was considered to be the lead female role? Which actress? Was it A, Jennifer Lawrence, B, Emma Watson, C, Emma Stone, or D, Margot Robbie? Let's start with Hiroki.
Oh shit.
Ooh, okay. I think it's Emma Stone. I feel like it would be Emma Stone or Emma Watson.
So you're going with C?
Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna go Emma Stone.
Okay, Shane.
Shoot. I mean, my guess is either Watson or Stone. Didn't they work together? Emma Watson and them for another movie? Oh.
Oh, Perks of Being a Wallflower?
No.
Wait, no.
No. It was like the end of the world.
I don't know.
You know what? I'm gonna go with 2012. It's probably filmed at 2011. What movies were coming out? Let's do Emma Stone because I think she was very popular back. Like that was the high. Like yeah. These
Okay, and
skinnies.
Peter.
So I'm actually surprised you guys are picking Emma Watson.
Oh, Stone.
Um,
Stone.
You have to remember that. Well, like you're thinking about Emma Watson, because you have to remember that this is a character that's supposed to also pass as a teenager, which I know I said that Brie Larson doesn't truly convince for me, but like she gets the pass. It's not the most outrageous casting. I don't think I could have said the same for Emma Watson. I think that would be a little too distracting for everyone to think like, oh man, she definitely isn't a teenager. Because like, you know, we grew up with watching her in the Potter movies, so it's just like, it's a little different. And yeah, I was also thinking the same thing. 2012, what's the most popular thing? The Hunger Games.
That was like,
So
I feel like that was her.
2011. No, it was 2012. First one was 2012.
She wasn't popular then till after
I'm not
2012.
sure. I mean, they knew the book. They knew this movie was gonna be like the next Twilight. So, because you know the.
I don't know. I don't. But like, she wasn't. That was like. I can't think of anything else Jennifer Lawrence was.
Well,
in
exactly.
before.
Exactly.
I feel like Hunger Games is really what brought up. If they were looking for somebody, it would have to be someone that they already know. So that's why I'm thinking it's like Emma
Wait.
Stone. Like,
Yeah.
Didn't they work with Emma Stone
And
with
Emma Stone's been in roles that.
Jonah
that
I
Hill?
would say Emma
was
Stone
in?
has been in. She's been in.
EVA.
She was in Superbad
Bad.
with.
Wow, this is
Jonah
this is
Hill.
a
Yeah.
group effort.
I'm picking
Yeah.
Emma Stone.
Yeah, Stone.
Emma Stone.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe later.
It just makes sense because like yeah, she was in Easy A and she was in Superbad. So, yeah. But Jennifer Lawrence is probably like the new big star. But I'm still locking in with Stone because like this is also the time of Zombieland.
Okay, so it is Emma Stone. All three of you got it right.
Yeah, no progress.
Okay,
Fighting
on
each other.
okay, on to the next month. On to the next one. I can't talk.
Next month, okay.
Next
We'll
month.
release this in a month, guys.
see you guys. See you.
Okay, true or false? Ice Cube mostly improvised his lines. True or false?
True. I think he had a lot of those quick one-liners. You know, like he made those metaphors to make them feel lower about themselves. So yeah, I think he had to just say whatever on the fly on many takes.
Yeah, I want to go with that too. I think true, just because like he just seems like that person who just was like, no, like Samuel L. Jackson or something. Like, no, I'm gonna say whatever I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with true too as well. That some of the stuff that he said was like really out of pocket. It's so funny. Right? Some of the stuff he says is just really out of pocket. And I'm like, yeah, he had to have just like said that shit, and they were like, yeah, just go with it.
Okay, it is true. All three of you got it right again.
Hey.
Okay.
Yeah, that's no surprise. I'm not surprised about that.
Okay, on to our final question. This is gonna be a type of question that it's gonna see if you've been paying attention to the movie or not. Okay, so in the cafeteria scene, Jenko is wearing a shirt. What does that shirt say? You have 4 potential answers.
My
I
goodness.
think I remember it.
What?
Is it A, recycle your used bottles now? B, never throw your waste out the car window? C, don't throw garbage in the lake? Or D, use the bus, help the environment? Let's start with Roki.
I'm gonna say D. I'm going D, fuck it, yeah.
Okay. Peter.
I'm also gonna go with D.
Wow. Okay. And Roki.
Shang.
You already said me.
Chang, sorry.
Shang.
Wait. I'm trying to think what his shirt. So I don't think it's C. What was D? I'm so sorry. What was D again?
D was use the bus, help the
Okay.
environment.
It's a vehicle. I want to say it's in a vehicle one. Was there another one with a vehicle in the phrase?
Yeah, there's B that says never throw your waste out the car.
Let's do B. Because you guys did D.
Wow.
Together, guys.
Michael Shea, that was right. I thought I stumped you.
What?
Wow, I thought that was.
I remember a car or a bus or something on the vehicle, just on the shirt. Well,
Wow. Yep, that's the one he wore. Yep, that phrase.
hey.
And wow, and once again, he got all the answers right. I don't know, but every time.
Winner.
Okay, and that has been C Trivia after a long hiatus. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed it.
I got no other segments. Get to the scale. It's come for that time for us to review. Where's my script here again? Hold on. My computer.
Line.
Buffering.
He said line.
Line. It has now come for that moment you've all been waiting for, the scale. The scale is a ranking of how we rate each of the titles we reviewed in this theme so far, with the one that we have watched today. So, going from our least favorite to our most favorite, how would you rank 21 Jump Street amongst Monster House? Let's start with Shang.
Well, with Monster House being my pick. No. I actually enjoyed this, 21 Jump Street. So, I mean, I feel like you can't compare the two. However, if you did, watchability, I would do 21 Jump Street over as my number one. Monster House is number two.
Wow.
Yeah, just because, like, it's a comedy. I mean, I feel like if it's a somewhat good comedy, you're able to watch it again. Whereas, like, that was Monster House is a horror. And it's a seasonal thing. It's more Halloween type. Yeah, and that's it. That's all I have.
So, me personally, I love comedy movies. So this is definitely going to be above Monster House.
Caesar.
Well, given that I chose this movie, number 2 would be Monster House because 21 Jump Street totally blows Monster House out the freaking window. It's no comparison. None comparison. Even a 9-year-old would want to watch this movie. Well, I think Peter as a 9-year-old want to watch this movie because he said he would, but but this movie is a classic because even though it's ridiculous at times, it always finds a way to make me laugh. And this was a great reminder of the movie. You have a great cast, great scenes, great action scenes, even though they're patently ridiculous at times. But nonetheless, this is a great movie. It's a great watch. If you want to laugh, I recommend watching it. And just be careful when it comes to watching it with 9-year-olds because, they shouldn't be watching it in general. But if you're Peter, you can watch it.
I was worried about what kind of joke you were going to make there. So I actually didn't finish Monster House. I can't remember or not if I have seen Monster House long ago. I think I have. I don't know if I've fully seen it as a movie, but I think I have. I know it played on Cartoon Network all the time, especially on Halloween, like that season. And Hiroki, you mentioned no, not Hiroki. It was you, Shang, who mentioned. You said Nickelodeon. No, that's a Cartoon Network TV movie right there. It had the theatrical release, but that's definitely something that played on Cartoon Network.
Monster House?
Yeah.
It's like on Nickelodeon.
I think it was Nickelodeon.
It's like a Nickelodeon thing. Yeah.
This is not a Paramount film. It was Sony. It was Columbia.
I think it's at least been played on there once or twice.
Why does that matter? Okay. I know, Shang, you did mention that it's a Halloween film. I think that's in grace. It's not my cup of tea. It is very experimental. Before we actually hit record today, because I was in the middle of watching Monster House to catch up, and yes, I didn't finish it. It's not really right for me to rank it right now, but from what I'm seeing and just remembering, yeah, it is that experimental style of animation that felt like Lazy Town. I said Lazy Town and Diary of a Wimpy Kid had a baby, and it's Monster House.
It's a good comparison.
I do think that Monster House is a hard PG for kids because they definitely got away with.
It's a PG-13. It should be a PG-13.
It's a
I
PG.
don't think I'll
They
give it
curse.
13.
They talk about the uvula.
I don't think it's a 13. It's a hard PG. It's a real PG, but a hard PG. Because we gotta remember these days, like Frozen's PG. It's like, come on, that's not PG. That is a G.
But then also Lion King talks about death and the death of a father.
That's
No,
still
that's a
the
G.
G part. Because that's still like a real world thing, and families can watch that unless it's murderous. Sure, well, I guess it was murderous.
Unless your father gets trampled by a bunch of bulls.
Okay, fine. I'm not looking at the death part as why it's a PG. Like, really, the PG part of Lion King is the fart jokes, and it's still a G movie. We're still talking about Monster House here because Monster House is still like that experimental, creepy-esque. It's just so creepy that I don't get into it that much. But I think that's also what stands out for Halloween. So I guess that's why it still lives up in time, where people can probably say, "Oh, it's just tradition at this point. I always have to play Monster House during the Halloween season." Yeah, it's like
Wait,
Santa Claus comes to
wait.
town. It's stupid, it's scary, but people still watch it because they have to. It's Christmas. You gotta get in the mood.
I'm sorry, but who watches Monster House during Halloween?
I think I think enough people do. Maybe not a whole lot, but I think it's still considered a Halloween movie.
I would think like Halloween Town, like Twitches, or like
You're naming Disney Channel movies.
what's the other movie that has like had a sequel?
Coraline.
Coraline, that's even a better horror.
It is.
Halloween
Coraline's
movie.
better.
Oh my god,
Paranorman,
yeah.
better. Corpse Bride, better.
Nightmare Before
Christmas, better.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't think Monster House was even claymation. It was just like weird 3D, where it was like probably a little bit on a budget because, you know, that's kind of why they make 3D movies, while Pixar used it as more of like an art medium to expand. But this, I think at least the creators were still trying to do something artistic with it. It just felt weird. It needed one more render to really feel like good animation. I don't know. Too experimental. It's going on the bottom. 21 Jump Street's going on top. I know I kind of criticized it, maybe a little too harsh, but it was still fine. It was a good watch.
A little.
Comedies are good. I had a good time. Monster House, I was just kind of like waiting for it to be over, but that's probably just because I wanted to get started with this.
Damn. Damn.
Also, you had the cops saying that. You had the cops in that movie saying that they were gonna shoot the kids. So, and the kid talking about how he wanted to drink beer. Again, still hard PG. See Monster House, kids, because it's made for you.
Or watch this movie because it's made for 9-year-olds.
No. It's not made for 9-year-olds. However, the demographic that would probably be more interested in this are 9-year-olds, because it'd be praising it to the roof because they're all like kind of pressuring themselves to watch it. You're a no one if you haven't seen 21 Jump Street. I mean, come on. My older brother took me to see that the other day, and everyone just talks about it. If you haven't seen it, you're a nobody.
Or it's like
socialize with me because you didn't see 21 Jump Street, Caesar. Gee.
Or it's like in the 80s when like the Gremlins came out, and it's like, don't talk to me because you haven't seen the Gremlins.
Was that a thing?
I wouldn't know. I wasn't born in the 80s.
I didn't. But like, how do you know that?
I'm just making it up because you.
Why would you make that up? What's your reasoning?
Because you're saying 21 Jump Street is
because it's what we saw.
I don't think it was.
All right. Well, that music turned off anyway, so the scale's done. So yeah, the average is 21 Jump Street's on top, Monster House is at bottom.
Yeah.
That could change. Maybe more could go in between. Maybe something will rise on top, or maybe something would actually be a lot worse. But if you're picking bad movies, I mean,
I think I did good.
I mean, it's not like Jiu-Jitsu, right? Why pick something we haven't seen before that ends up just being bad?
Or Babes in Toyland.
Oh no, not again.
Or Bride of Boogity.
No, that was bad. I think Bride of Boogity might have been the worst thing we've ever reviewed.
Babes in Toyland. I want to talk to you about that.
Yeah, you can watch. Oops.
Or
this whole. Oh, damn it! This whole episode, I went out without making that mistake. Why is my voice so high? I went without making that mistake, and I just said it. I just said, go back and watch.
Go back and
listen to the Babes in Toyland podcast episode.
7 months.
Recorded.
We're back.
Welcome back, boys.
Got some rust, but we're working on it. So for old time's sake, Peter, how do you feel about shopping carts?
Okay, who's got stuff to plug? Shang?
No plug. But it's been great. It was great to come back after 7 months. So everyone take a listen. All the locations of where you can listen will be listed below or above. Or Caesar, do you have all of those? Okay, they'll have them. And no, but thank you. Yeah, thank you. It's always a fun time.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for actually showing up. I didn't know who would actually still be interested in doing this dumb little show. I know some people have already lost interest, but here we are. We're still going to go on.
Dumb? You're not a dumb show. We are
It's
a great
earned.
show.
It's earned.
Fantastic show. People
Got
find
our
the
audience
show
on drugs.
hilarious.
That's the only reason why they're still listening. And they're on Tylenol. Just to point that out. Hiroki. Is he even still in the chat?
He is.
Well, I have nothing to plug. I don't do anything. I feel like probably most people who do listen to this are like children who their parents put autoplay on YouTube for them, and they just end up here now. That's the market that we're hitting here, guys.
We're getting all those 9-year-olds.
Oh, please.
Those 9-year-olds.
Oh, we're going to get flagged.
Like
I definitely have to mark
like
one as
the
not made for children on YouTube.
Hey, it's okay. I mean, all those like videos never get flagged. They're like really weird. Like like the AI generated ones, like all the Frozen Spider-Man, like pregnant, whatever the hell.
Funny enough,
stuff.
no Review-O-Meter episode on YouTube is made for children. There's that disclaimer in the description, and I always have to mark it not made for children.
You're missing out on the market of parents who leave autoplay on YouTube for their children, so that way after a while, random videos that make no sense pop up on their feed.
Listen. I have to say that, but is that really going to stop those 9-year-olds from searching for our podcast? And I care. I'm not saying I'm making it for you, just like how 21 Jump Street didn't make the movie for them. They can be our biggest demographic. Fine. I can't control that. So anyways, yeah, thank you, Hiroki, for joining us today. Taking time of your busy schedule for us because, yeah, this was fun. Being able to watch a film. Caesar, can you tell everyone where they can listen to this podcast?
You can listen to the podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts. Check out the Twitter. Check out the YouTube channel at PJM Entertainment. Or why not? Go to Peter's Instagram at EwokPeter.
Real quick, Caesar edited and hosted the last episode, Monsters House, and I thought that was a really good episode. I thought it went smooth, and maybe I'm just the cancer of the show, but I thought that you still did a good job with your editing. You have come a long way, and you've definitely shown yourself as a host. So, good job, Caesar.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Round of applause, yeah. If you enjoy this show, please go ahead and give us a like, subscribe, or leave a comment down below. The algorithm will help us be more discovered. Thank you for listening to this podcast where we just reviewed 21 Jump Street, part of our Netflix guest choice theme. Join us next time when we continue on this celebration of Netflix guest choice here at Review-O-Meter.